All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Breaking Ankles podcast. I am Carl.
I'm Vic.
We are now. We're going to try to make sure we post on a weekly basis now. Every Wednesday, we're going to try to make sure we have the newest episode up since the season's going to be coming up soon and trying to get you guys ready for the NBA season coming up. So every Wednesday, there'll be new episodes. So
Are you taking steroids?
when you get a chance, why do I look?
Your voice. No, it's just your voice.
So every Wednesday we'll do the post. If you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button while you're here, and then if you like the video, just hit that thumbs up, and then hit that bell also, because then you'll get notified when the new episodes come up. So Vic, what do you got?
Carl, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Pick up your whiteboard.
My whiteboard. Oh,
Yeah,
Vic
pick up your
brought us
whiteboard.
whiteboards for this episode.
I did. Okay.
See?
So
Whiteboard here.
my question for you here is, if you could take any player from the big three and give them a contract in the NBA right now, who would it be? Got 10 seconds to write it down. We're going to see if we come up with the right answer. The same answer.
This is like that old-time game show. What is it called? The Newlywed Game?
Oh, that is. Except this is bizarre that you brought that up.
I'm just saying.
So I've got, and it's backwards, ISO Joe Johnson.
I had the same thing.
All right, so question for you is, why do you pick Joe Johnson?
Because he can still play. Like, he can still shoot, right?
Yeah.
I think he just signed a contract. I think he had a tryout with the Sixers this past
He
week.
had a bunch of tryouts. He had like 3 tryouts.
If he can play for if he gives the Sixers anything, because they lost JJ Redick, they lost that shooter, So if he can give them even 10 points a game,
yeah. If the Sixers can, if they get him and they mesh together, they're number 1 seed over Milwaukee, I think.
So okay, we haven't had this debate before, but who's a better shooter, Chris Middleton or Joe Johnson?
Oh, Chris Middleton.
Okay,
Yeah.
so do you think
The team as a whole is better. The Sixers got a better starting 5.
What about the bench?
It's a good question. I think their starting 5 would be enough to take them over Milwaukee.
Well, didn't Milwaukee sign Kyle Korver?
Kyle Korver is only going to score 9 points a game.
But it's the same idea as Joe Johnson.
Kyle Korver's he's a one-dimensional player. I don't think Joe Johnson's one-dimensional.
At his age now? He was always a one-dimensional player. He could never play defense.
Oh, no, I'm talking about driving, shooting. Yeah, Kyle, all he can do is shoot.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, second player in Big Three.
Okay.
You gotta.
I gotta erase this.
Yeah, here you
I got
this too.
Okay.
Yeah. Second player. I got one.
Well, ask me what it is. Oh, the second player would take from the Big Three?
Yeah.
I don't know enough about the Big Three. I don't watch enough.
Okay.
Joe Johnson was the first player for sure I would take.
All right, this is a guy.
Oh, okay. I got it.
I'll be surprised if this is the same player.
Should I go first this time?
Yeah, you go first this time.
I got Nate Robinson.
Nate Robinson. Holy smokes. Okay. Nate Robinson reminds me of Kevin Hart.
Yes.
Kevin Hart
Just because he talks a lot.
He had a bad accident, Kevin Hart.
I didn't hear that.
Well, you were in D.C. Messing around.
I was playing ball all weekend.
Corey Maggette. He retired too early. I don't know why he retired so early. He's very athletic and can play defense. What the heck?
He can play defense in the Big Three.
Corey Maggette could play defense when he was in the NBA.
Now I don't think he can handle those. They're too quick now.
He's just really athletic. He was one of the top 2 scorers. I mean, those would be the 2 guys. I like Nate Robinson. He especially when he was with the Bulls.
Yeah.
He's a player.
I just like Nate. Yeah, I think he's just a good leader.
Yeah. Well, you like short guys.
Right.
Right? Okay, what do you got? My first question.
All right, so Team USA lost their first game in a very long time. It was like, I don't know, like they won their last 143-something contest.
Yeah.
Big deal or not a big deal that they lost?
You know what? The way the NBA players are getting out of it, not a big deal.
Yeah.
I could care less.
So
We're better. I know our country's got the best basketball players. So
the screen just went out.
I know.
Nice.
Yeah. It's good.
So here's the next question I have then is,
Wonder how long my
Is it-
gum's gonna be.
is it time then to just say, okay, we're not going to use NBA players anymore?
Well, I don't know if that's the case either, because when we were using just college players, we were getting shellacked, I think. Well, I don't know about shellacked, but yeah, we weren't doing as good.
Well, look, you got enough college players now that are one and done.
Yeah, I don't even know if there are enough of them.
You know what I mean? Like, do you think you could recruit enough of those players? So, like, let's say, for example, like, if you were to take a team of like Zion and RJ Barrett and John Morant and, like the players from this year's draft and
cream of
last
the
year's
crop.
draft, right? And send those players instead of the guys you're trying to recruit, like LeBron and all those guys, which team do you think would be better?
Oh, LeBron. Yeah.
Do
Guys
you,
that have more
okay,
experience.
I didn't ask that the right way. So do you think the team that would be more competitive would be the team of like the draft picks from, let's say, the last 2 years? So like John Morant, Zion, RJ Barrett, and that type of team, or the current USA team Team USA that we have now?
That's a good question. I'd say the current team that we have right now probably has a better chance just because from experience. And but you know what? I think experience is a really big deal because the European teams, all the other world teams.
Are you trying to like act
have
like you're
ex-
talking like
have
it's like it's
experience.
my face? You're trying to act like you're talking like me?
Yes,
That's not going to work
this is Carl.
because you
No,
have to
no.
sound intelligent to.
Well, it kind of distracted me. Actually, doesn't work too well. Being you, you're a big distraction. So, yeah. So, like, you could take the best players right out of college. I don't know if obviously they'd be more athletic and quicker than probably most of the other teams, but I think those teams have better experience. I don't know, it'd be tough.
I think the team, if you put together a team of like Zion and Barrett and Morant and those guys, I think that would be more entertaining.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd win though. I mean, we used to do that back in the day.
Right. So then the
Yeah.
question now becomes, look, if you can't recruit players, right? What is it about now? Is it about winning? Is it about national pride? Is it about?
It's about putting the best athlete out there. We do it for every other sport.
But other sports,
We do volleyball.
but we do it
hockey.
for other sports. There are not people that are turning down the national team at the rate like
Correct.
the NBA players. I don't think the WNBA players turn down maybe a couple, but they send.
That's different.
Well, you just said every sport.
No, I know, but all the best play. Yeah,
Yeah.
except for the men's basketball. So why should it be different? Just because they're spoiled? Well, not all of you guys are spoiled.
I don't know. That's my. I guess that's the question. I guess that's the thing. Is it? Why are we spending so much time to recruit these people if we know they're not going to play, or they know they're not going to play? You know what I mean? Yet the thing that kills me about it is that, and okay, so here's another.
Does
So
it
do you
really-
think?
Does it really kill you?
Do you think that gruesome Paul George injury that he had a couple years ago
Yes.
has really impacted players wanting to play for Team USA?
Not just that one injury. I think a lot of injuries. Yeah.
Okay, so then the other,
I think they see that as ruin their chance for more money.
well, I look at my Instagram feed.
And some of these guys logistically don't want to ruin their chances to actually compete for a title on their team. It's not all. I don't think it's all about the money. Some of them make good money.
Okay, but then I see on my Instagram feed all these guys playing pickup games in the summer league. It's in the summer, and they're showing videos of these guys playing pickup games in the summer.
I do. I see that too.
So
those are actually entertaining. Do you like those?
yeah, and
I
what
like
was it?
them.
We were talking
Me
about
too.
that a couple weeks ago, where the one guy was complaining that he was getting double teamed.
Oh God, yeah.
In summer league, You know,
Yeah, Devin Booker.
okay, Devin Booker's complaining he's getting.
I know Kevin Durant stuck up for him,
right.
but I like Joakim Noah, so I like how Joakim is like,
So
we're doing it.
So you got to think that they're just as intense, if not more intense, in those pickup games. Than
Yes, because some of those guys are like, I think Noah's like, I think some of those guys play to get better. Some of those guys are just playing because they like the sport and they don't like.
so
the
it's a
business
high level
part
of competition. So obviously you're going hard or you're playing hard,
Yeah.
right? So that's the thing that I sometimes don't understand. You're playing in these pickup games in the summer. You're playing in the Drew League or whatever league it is you're playing in the summer, which is pretty intense, and the chances of you getting hurt are pretty good in those type of games, right? Mm-hmm. As opposed to playing for Team USA, which is only, 2 weeks of practice and a 2-week tournament, so maybe a month at tops. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Of your time, where other people these guys are playing all summer. You know, as soon as the season's over, you see these guys already playing in pickup games or in leagues. You know, I don't know. From what I remember back in the day when Jordan was playing and Pippen was playing, like there was a lot of in their contract they couldn't do it. You know, like you had to be approved to be able to play.
That's true.
In a game, you know, so I don't know where that changed along the line. I don't know whose contract changed that whole thing, but like if I was signing, for example, like if I was signing all this money to Paul George or Kawhi, you know, I'd be nervous about them playing in a summer league game. I mean,
just take some medicine.
Okay.
I would be too. I actually didn't want Zach LaVine playing in the on a team because of the fact that he had a bad knee injury. I don't want him getting injured before the Bulls season.
Right.
Yeah. So I get that.
All right.
It's a good story.
I guess I just don't understand, like, and maybe because we're not living in their lives, like we're not in their shoes, but like to me, like the chance to represent your country, I think would be a big deal if you're asked. And they're only asking you to give up like 4-6 weeks of your time.
Yeah, and you're probably
once every 4 years.
And you're probably only going to get that chance. Well, most people probably only get that chance twice.
Right.
In their lifetime.
Right.
It's kind of odd that wouldn't LeBron be on it 3? Possibly?
Well, I think Kobe played in like 3 or 4 of them.
Let me ask you a trivia question. You got to write down your
Good
answer.
segue.
A, B, C.
Excellent job of segue.
A, B, C, or D. Which of the following players was not named MVP of the regular season, finals, and All-Star game in the same season? So 3 of these guys were named MVP of the regular season, the finals, and All-Star game in one season. One was not. Okay, so you got A, Shaquille O'Neal, B, Willis Reed, C, Michael Jordan, and D, Kevin Durant.
They only had to do it once, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I'm pretty sure Michael did it, and I'm pretty sure LeBron did it.
Yeah, I'm going to say Michael. LeBron wasn't on this list, so it's O'Neal. Oh. What do you think about Shaq? MVP of the regular season, finals, and All-Star game?
The only one I don't know if that was an MVP of the All-Star game is Willis Reed. I don't know if he was an MVP of an All-Star game. But this has got to be one of those trick questions.
Yeah.
Like
I agree with you. So what do you take a stab at it? Which one?
I'm actually going to say Michael Jordan.
Really?
Because Michael Jordan was the MVP of the All-Star game in '87.
All right.
When it was in Chicago, and they didn't win the championship that year.
Okay. That's not bad. That's not a bad guess, I guess. I'm going to go with Willis Reed. I liked what you were saying. Okay, the answer is Kevin Durant.
Okay, we were both wrong.
The Warriors forward has won all 3 awards during his career, but not all in the same year. Interesting. Durant won the 2014 NBA MVP, 2017 Finals MVP, and the 2012 All-Star. Reed won all 3 in '70, Jordan both in '96 and '98.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't remember him winning I remember the only one I remember the All-Star game was '87 because that was in Chicago. That was the only one I remember.
That's kind of cool.
All right, show me another one. Pick up another one.
Another question?
Yeah.
All right, let's see here.
Since we're on a roll with trivia.
Because we were in January anyway. All right. Which NBA player scored the most regular season points in the 2000s? So your answers are Allen Iverson, Tim Duncan, Paul Pierce, Kobe Bryant, or Dirk Nowitzki. The most regular season points in the 2000s.
I'll go with Kobe.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
It's either Kobe or Dirk, but I'm gonna go with Kobe.
See, I think Iverson's one of those people that would go over both. I'm gonna go with Iverson.
Okay.
All right, so the answer is it's D.
Which is?
Your answer.
Just can't say I'm right.
I know. From 99 to 2000 to 2008, 2009, Bryant scored 21,000 points. He was an all-star each of those seasons and won 4 championships during that span. That wasn't the question, though. Oh, it was the most regular. I thought it was 2,000 points in a year. How many times he did that? But
this makes a lot of sense. This is why whenever I ask you questions, you never answer it the right way because you're not paying attention to what the question.
Yeah,
is.
I kind of space out and think about other things, other better things.
Like what we're gonna eat.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Like what are we gonna?
Getting hangry.
All right, so here's the next question I have for you. Will Dwight Howard bring anything to the Lakers this year? Does he now? Does he?
That was on my
push him
list
over
to
the
talk to you
top
about. Push him over the top.
to now? Okay, like this is that was the final piece that makes them a championship team.
No, but it could. I'm very iffy on the Lakers. I think the Lakers have potential if they stay injury free.
Okay.
And if Dwight does like 16 and 10, that's pretty darn good.
Do you think there are enough shots for him to get 16 points?
It might be if the rest of the team. I don't know how.
I think he has to do it like a Rodman style. Like he has all his points are going to have to come off for rebounds.
Yeah.
They're not going to set up any plays for him.
Correct. I agree.
Unless it's like the old school Phil Jackson philosophy where you go inside first, feed Bill Cartwright or Luke Longley for a couple plays, and then forget about him the rest of the game.
They might do that on occasion just to make him happy. I don't know. You know what? He's working. He's going to be working with 2 of the best basketball players, I think, in the NBA.
Now, am I wrong?
So he might be motivated to actually show them that he can perform still. I don't know.
Well, the other part I don't get or I don't understand is that the last time when he was on the Lakers and the way he left the Lakers was kind of very unceremoniously the way that whole thing ended. He signed this big contract with the Lakers and then he didn't produce. And that's when he was in his prime. That's why they signed him to the big contract.
I know.
And he didn't do anything. And I think he was playing with Kobe, right? I think at the time Kobe was still on the team. So if he couldn't give him consistent numbers or play consistently when he was playing with Kobe, what's the difference with him playing with LeBron?
Maturity, maybe. That's all I can guess. Maybe he has a desire to actually win, and show people that he can play. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if he really loves the game that much to. I think it's a big question for him.
So, okay, so here, let me ask this next question. Who has...
I would pick Joakim Noah instead of him, though.
Well, because we talked about this in one of the other... We talked about this player in one of the prior episodes. Who do you think has a bigger passion and will give a better effort to play in the league right now? Dwight Howard or Jeremy Lin?
I've got it right here. Jeremy Lin.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Because I think that guy's, you've seen his passion about it. Like, he still wants to play.
Well, I mean, this is just from one clip. I mean, just because Dwight Howard's not coming up and, crying about
I don't even remember where he played last year. Do you even know where he played last year?
Well, he was with Washington for a little bit. And when he was playing, he was scoring like double-double. But
Then
it was very brief.
Then he stopped playing.
He got hurt or something.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly what the Lakers need. A player that's injury prone.
That's why I said the Lakers could. I mean, most of the analysts will tell you that the Lakers have a really good chance of competing for a championship. I don't know whether they're going to win it.
Okay.
I still say Clippers.
All right, well, thanks for watching this episode of the podcast. If you notice Vic's hat, we're going to have some merchandise coming soon, some T-shirts, some hoodies, some hats. We'll show some links in the next couple episodes. You can follow us on
Notice how I'm
Twitter,
modeling it, not him.
Instagram. I'll leave the links below. We also have a blog site also where you can get some information there also. So do us a favor, again, if you wouldn't mind, if you like this particular episode, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button and the bell so you can get notified on future episodes.
Ding, ding.
All right. Well, thanks for watching this episode, and we
go
will
get
see
some
you
food.
next time. All right.
Peace.
Peace.